cluttered, unorganized, and a complete nightmare. That's exactly what you don't want your kid's playroom to look like.
Oh yeah, that would not be good. But joining us, we have Rick Woods. He's a professional organizer, the functional organizer. He's going to help us a whole lot today. And Ashley, I know you have 2 kids at home. Is this similar to what your home looks like?
Yes, during the day. I always try to pick up at night, but depending on how tired I am. But yeah, I think every parent knows this is kind of, what a playroom is, right? It's a mess.
It is. I mean, the first trick to try to organize a playroom is to think of zones. Think of a kindergarten classroom or maybe your kid's nursery school, right? When they put things away there, they have a certain section for things. A book area, maybe a craft area, a place with bigger toys, maybe a block area. So try to organize a room like that so they'll be more comfortable with it and they'll know where to put things.
And you can make a lot of this fun. I'm not a parent, so I have no idea if I'm saying this accurately, but you can make it fun because kids crave structure, so to have them put their books away and blocks away, you can learn a little bit from this.
And it's really important to check our inventory at least a couple times a year, around holiday time and before a birthday. Those are the big times when toys start flowing into the house. Yes. So if you can get those under control and get the things out they're not using now, that's the trick. Absolutely. And another trick is always have a donate bin on hand somewhere in the play area, so the kids, when they realize there's something they're not really using, they can put it in there, right? Even maybe without your help, and they can get a little head start on that 2 times a year trick, right?
So Rick, let's talk about organizational systems. I see you're back at it with your with your label maker.
Labels, yep. So something like this, you want some small toys and some easy little shelving systems like this, and nice and clear so the kids can see what's in here. This is great for blocks. Something like this for books, or you could even change this out to crafts when they get older, right? Because they're going to have different kinds of bigger books, and you could switch these out to crafts. And
these come in all different, you can do big drawers, little drawers.
You can get bigger drawers for bigger toys.
Yes.
Exactly. So there's many different sizes you can get.
But they don't involve construction. They don't involve heavy things that could tip over on the kids. So in the playroom, they're safe, they're easy, they're clear, you can see them, and they're inexpensive to get.
And they can do it themselves, and that's what you really want.
Rick, this is a great way to bamboozle our kids. Let's create our cleanup time and make cleanup time really fun.
Yeah, so a great way to do that is to set a timer. Maybe 15 minutes to give them some extra time and play some music that they like, right? Maybe some Sesame Street music or Elmo music, whatever it is they like.
Kids are listening.
Whatever they're listening to, Wiggles or whatever it is. So play that, crank it up for them, really get them into the mood, and then they just start organizing, and they have things they know right away. This is for books, so they pick up some books. Like, all right, you know what? Let's put the books in the book.
I'll get in. I'll help.
All right. So we get all the books together, they do that.
And we're learning words too, we're learning colors while we're doing this. There's so many opportunities.
And you can even have them set up a pile, like maybe do a book pile, right? And they can always put the books away after. Maybe do a pile for all the blocks.
And it's always nice to have an incentive too. You get a sticker or you get a freeze pop. I know from experience that sometimes the treat system works when you're really needing them to pick up.
Exactly. So this is really what you call sorting when you're organizing.
Right.
Okay.
You're sorting, so you're putting all like items together.
Okay.
So this will help them when they learn how to sort, then they can put them away when they're all done.
Now, Rick,
get the bigger toys together.
This last tip for now, Ashley knows all too well. She's come over to my house a couple times with the kids. You have the backpack. You have the toys loaded, ready to go. Talk to us about that.
So it's great to have their favorite toys in a backpack so they can take it in the car with them. Maybe a doll or maybe some craft items, or crayons, things like that, coloring things they can use. Stuff like that, so they keep them busy in the car. They're not always asking, Mom, where am I going?
Yes, and it's good to have it pre-loaded because then when you're ready to go and you have to get somewhere, it takes them forever to pick out the toys they want to bring.
And then the toys are new and fresh, too, if you just surprise them.
There you go.
Keep them in the backpack. But you mentioned on the go, so we're going to be back with you in a bit.
Great.
Because my van is a disaster, so we'll be getting some tips from you on how to organize your car with the kids' toys.
Hey,
thanks.
Speaking of that.
We are back with Rick Woods, the functional organizer. We're talking about organization, especially when it comes to the car and kids.
Exactly.
Because mine is never organized no matter how hard I try.
You never.
Never.
So what do we start?
Technology, right?
Yeah.
First thing first is technology. I mean, think about it. The kids love to watch movies. They have tablets now, but the old tried and true DVD player, can't go wrong with that. So you get a little backpack, and
you'd never believe there's a DVD player in this very miniature backpack.
And don't forget the cord.
Yes,
that's always critical, right?
And any charger you might need too.
So the player, the cord, and the DVDs, you're ready to go. It's already in the backpack, so it's stored safely.
And a couple toys to boot. You still have space for some toys, which is really nice.
Exactly.
Next thing, love this idea. Let's take a look at this. It's a plastic tackle box.
Yes.
Like there's no lures in it. There's no worms in it.
But that's where you would find it. Go to the sports store and find a tackle box, and there's many different sizes and Lots of them are clear, so it's nice you can see what's in there, and the kids can pick what they want.
It's like an on-the-go bento box, you know,
Exactly.
one of those.
That is so genius. Yeah.
Now, you also have ideas for organizers for the back of car seats.
Yes, that's a critical spot because a lot of times there's nothing on the back of a seat. Use that space. I mean, the kids are sitting in their car seat and they could see the back of the seat. Put some books there, maybe a little spot for some drinks. If you don't have any cup holders,
it's a really
it's a
good
great
point.
solution. Yeah.
Yep. I just read his tips and I ordered my car organizer.
That's great. Now, we have the backpack, too. Not just a technology backpack, but each child should get a go bag.
A bigger backpack, yeah. Something you could put a lot of stuff in, like bigger toys on the go they would have, crayons, that kind of thing.
Right. So crayons,
Travel
or maybe
games.
travel games,
Yeah.
or even their favorite doll, or just some little things that they can do that'll keep them organized, or keep them, you know, having fun. Play-Doh, that always works. It's messy, but
Yeah,
kids
little
love it.
music station, maybe a little CD player or a
Yeah.
Walkman or something, yeah.
Depending on their age.
iPod,
exactly.
yep.
Now, Rick's last tip is going to help, and I apologize to my parents in advance, because I used to ask the age-old question, are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Exactly.
With this new system, your kids will know when you're there.
When you go to the store, buy a map, and get this, you can get it laminated for, it's like $1 per square foot. It's pretty cheap. And basically, show the kid where they're going, and then they can follow along with another color. And there you go. And then they say, where are we? You can say, we're in Worcester, right? If you're going to the Cape, we're in Worcester, and they can follow along. And by the time they get there, they'll start having a sense, oh, we're almost halfway there. And they'll start being able to gauge time, and they'll be able to start gauging how far it is they're going. And that's going to help them when they get older and when they start driving.
And people can have as many GPS systems as they want in their car. It's an important skill to learn how to read a map. I hope my grandmother's watching now because she's instilled that in me for the last 30 years. So thank you very much, Rick.
Got it.
Great tips as always. You think your kids are going to be better in the car now?
Well, they're great in the car. It's me that has to get organized. So now, yes, I do
now
think
it's on you
so.
guys.
It'll be organized. Thanks, Rick.
Great. Thanks for having me.